This is the TeamClearCoat podcast. We're two friends finally doing something about our obsession with cars.
We're probably not doing it well, but it should be fun and we might actually learn something along the way. I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave, and this is our show.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Ian.
I'm going to stop you right there.
You're the one who's talking.
I know. I would like to start our car show
Okay.
with two things.
Are they about cars?
They are, actually. They're both
Okay.
about cars.
Okay.
Who would have thought? But the first is a gift.
No. Is it more coffee syrup?
No, it is not. It's better.
I threw that away today.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you. What
There
is
you
this?
go. It's a Hot Wheels
Hey,
car.
with a bike on
And
it.
it's got a bike on
it. That's hilarious.
I've spent a
That's-
lot of time in Walgreens lately,
That's awesome.
and I saw that.
For that rash thing that won't clear up?
Yeah, which
Right.
I'm still angry with you about, by the way.
That's really cool. So this is a Hot Wheels HW digital circuit. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But it's the Tour. No, like it's the Tour de Fast or something is what it says, and it's got a little it's got a little bike on
Got a
it.
little bike. Yeah, Tour de Fast. That's fantastic. Thank
So I
you,
had to
Ian.
buy that for you.
I appreciate that. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
I love it. It's like a shooting brake as well.
yeah.
It's got two doors and a bike on top, as every car in the world should.
There you go.
Right. Listeners can tune in sometime next month to hear me shit all over the bikes on top of cars at the Denver Auto Show.
Yes. Also,
Okay. Also, what else you got?
I have more props.
Oh,
It's all-
more-
I'm like Carrot Top over here
Oh,
today.
you are. Yeah. You
So this is a so I have a gift
okay.
and a proclamation.
Oh, okay.
And my proclamation is like a social media influencer who puts on some sort of terrible inspirational post every once in a while.
Sure.
I'm not looking behind anymore. I'm not looking back
Okay.
anymore. I'm only looking forward.
Okay. All right.
I'm not going to get myself bogged down with the things that are behind me. I'm only
I
looking
think I might know where
I'm
this
only
is
looking forward. Mostly because I can't. Because
What is this? This is.
I
your-
street parked my car and someone hit my fucking mirror.
Oh no! In the R32, someone
Yeah.
hit your mirror.
Yeah.
This is not the first time this mirror's been hit, huh?
No, and the casing is still the housing is I credit where it's due.
Right. If that stuff holds up, you have breakaway
If somebody
mirror casing.
like
oh,
know,
man.
spits in
Right.
near the car, the electrical system just shuts down. But this mirror housing has taken a fucking beating over the years, and finally the glass let go. And
Okay.
this
Okay.
is the largest chunk I could
Yeah.
salvage.
Oh man, that's too bad.
Yeah. So another one's on the way. And It's a
Okay.
heated thing, so of course it's $70
For the glass?
for the glass. 'cause
Oh
it's got
God! It's got
it's
like a
a
little
heated-
electrical coil and
yeah,
thing
it's
in
a
it.
heated element.
Oh wow! Does it work? Do the heated elements work?
That hasn't for a long time, so it might be nice to have that again. But
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
so
Oh man, I'm sorry. Somebody dinged your car, man.
yeah,
So how bad is the housing? Like, is it
it's got a little scrape on it. That's it.
from like it
Little
hitting
scuff.
the ground?
No,
or-
it never fell off.
Okay, what was holding it on? the wires for that?
No. This actually like peeled off.
Okay.
So like this is where the glue is.
Uh-huh.
The glue
Ye-
failed.
Yeah.
And it like when it snapped back in place,
Oh,
it just like
yeah.
plunk.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
that reminds me a long time ago, maybe like 15-ish years ago, we were taking a ride in it was in a guy I knew, a guy I used to work with. He had a Ford Exploder. He had the Firestone
Yeah,
generation,
yeah.
right? Ford Explorer. And we were taking a ride, like we had all worked a late shift, so we were going to get like Sonic or some bullshit or drive through. And he put down his driver's side window, and I said, you know what I love about SUVs is that almost all of them have mirrors that completely fold back. And he like pulled the mirror back, and the whole fucking thing snapped off and fell on the ground. And I was like, oh, definitely not supposed to happen. Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I love? Yeah.
And then he punched me in the face.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I know the capabilities of this mirror. Please. Please. Please.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Ian.
All right. So that brings me to our first FMK cars.
Okay, all right, okay. FMK Cars is a game that Ian and I play on our dinky little car show here. It's a classic game, fuck, marry, kill, but instead of playing it with people, we play it with cars. In this game, F means you drive it for a day.
Yep.
You hit it and quit it. M means you marry it. It's your daily driver. This is what you got to ride to the work and the grocery store and all the places.
Mm-hmm.
All right? K means you kill it, you send it to the crusher immediately.
Correct.
Okay?
All right. So this one is called Don't Look Back in Anger.
Okay.
Or at all, really. Cars with one or no side mirrors.
Okay.
So the first one, 1984 Ferrari Testarossa.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Right.
84. Tell them why it only had one mirror, Ian.
I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
I know there's a story, and I don't remember what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one, it's the door mirror one.
Yeah,
should be
this
right
one
that
with
right
the
there.
one way up high.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Let's take a look at this one. Yep. There we go. Yep. Just one driver's side mirror.
Yep.
Yeah, it's something that happened for a while. I would assume like they were legislating, driver's side rear view mirrors.
Well, and I think
Right.
there still isn't. I'm not sure that there is still. If it has been, it's been fairly recently that passenger side mirrors are mandatory. I think you can still get away with not having a passenger side mirror.
Okay.
I think. I'm not sure if that's
I wonder
still
if
true.
it's state to state thing like license plates.
It could be. I don't know.
Yeah. Huh.
But yeah, I mean, up through the 90s, you could buy cars without a passenger side window or mirror.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some, but I'm sure you're going to be naming some. So
I
I
know,
don't wanna
like
spoil anything.
the older like Tercels and stuff
Okay.
wouldn't have them,
Okay.
or like
Super cost cutty cars.
cost cutty cars.
Okay.
But then also
CCC,
like
if you will.
yeah, but then also like the German sports
Right.
cars would always have the stubby.
Yeah, the stubby mirror for DTM.
Yeah.
Deutsche Touring. Whatever. Motorsport. Yeah. Yeah. DTM.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so
Okay.
that's your first car.
Okay.
Your second car is a 2016 BMW i8 CES concept.
Oh, is this
You might have to
because
go.
yeah. Is this because it has like cameras or something
Yes,
like
it has
that?
cameras.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Which I still think is not a great idea.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
the mirror, I understand that like there's concerns about aerodynamics and fuel
Right.
savings that
Right.
result, but the mirror is a pretty great, elegant
Yeah.
solution to
Yeah,
a
exactly.
problem,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and it works.
Yeah. Yeah, it is like what's the term, like Occam's razor, like it is
Right.
the absolute simplest solution.
Yeah,
I need to look behind me. I need a reflective thing right here,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It works really, really well,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we kind of take it for granted.
It putting cameras and stuff like that in for the rear view, like for the sole purpose of rear view, it's really like solving a problem that doesn't exist. Yeah.
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
Although the argument is that
With
for
the autonomous technology. you
well, no,
have
but
stuff-
there's that too. But for
Right.
styling and for
sure.
wind resistance,
Yeah.
for fuel economy, that's where it becomes an
I always
issue.
liked it when I think like Mazda RX-7s had this, where the mirror would have like two
Oh yeah.
two pillar like
Oh, the Testarossa is like that.
yeah, because you're so concerned with aerodynamics that you have to have two instead of one. One would just be too much,
Yeah.
too disruptive to the airflow around the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then the last one, also futuristic,
Okay.
Porsche Mission E concept,
Oh yeah.
which is their big, basically Tesla Model S rival that they are now promising to put in production,
yeah.
and allegedly they're going to do it without the mirrors.
Right. Yeah. There we go.
It's pretty cool looking.
It is pretty crazy looking. Yeah.
The wheels will not be that big.
Right. Yeah. What are those, like 24s? Yeah.
Something, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's supposed to be a Tesla Model S rival.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Past or future, sir?
Okay.
It's going to be kind of a theme tonight.
Okay. All right. I think I will F the Ferrari Testarossa for a day because I mean I have to.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to kill the BMW i8 concept. Yeah. And then I'm marrying the Porsche Mission E. Yeah. That it looks amazing. I would love an all-electric Porsche. Because I mean, if I'm going to kill myself in a Porsche, which I would definitely do, I would rather have it be an unstoppable lithium-ion battery fire than just a conventional gasoline fire.
Oh.
You know, like if you're gonna do it, let's do it.
Yeah, let's go crazy.
What would you do?
I would also crush the i8.
Okay.
It is a striking-looking car.
Okay.
But I haven't quite fallen in love with it. I'm always excited when I see one.
Right.
But I don't love it.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know why exactly.
Yep.
And I'm not driven one, but
Right.
yeah. So I would marry the Ferrari.
Okay.
I would marry the Testarossa.
Yeah.
It's an all-time great car, and I need that V12 in my life.
True.
And then for a day, I'd drive the Mission E.
Nice. My girlfriend was it was one of those scenarios where she saw a car and it disturbed her. The car disturbed her, and we were trying to figure out what she had seen. Right? She was like, it was this awful.
Oh, I love this game.
Right?
I've played this with non-car people before. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So she knew it was a BMW, and she knew it was the awful orange color that this i8 concept is. Right? And it haunted her. And like,
I don't mind that color.
Well, that's because you have awful taste.
But like on the 2 Series, I think it looks good.
So she was saying, she was like, there's no way like that this could have been a BMW. Like it's a sporty, company, right? And so like I'm like, oh well, if you saw an ugly BMW,
i3.
You nailed it. It took us a while because ugly BMW means X6, X6M, right? Like 550 GT, all of that stuff. And then finally I saw an i3 and I was like, I'd like text her, told her immediately. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So that haunted, her. So she was stalked by an i3 mentally.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Poor woman. Yeah. As if she doesn't have enough to put up with all of this. Right?
True.
Yeah.
So she hates obnoxious orange colors, is what you're saying.
Yeah, right? But she loves me. Right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
What you don't know is I've been dyeing my hair blonde every time. Honey, if you're watching this, I'm actually a ginger. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As if the color imbalance on these cameras couldn't
right? Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right, let's move it on. What do you want to talk about next?
We need to talk about your rental car, Ian.
We do need to talk
Speaking
about
of not being able to look back,
yeah.
let's talk about your rental car.
It's true.
Yeah.
So I rented. I showed up at Dulles International Airport. A lovely establishment, really. It's just
and besides being able to pick from minivans and weird, freaky people movers.
So I flew in at a different time than I normally do, and there was a lot of cars to choose from.
Right.
But like, it was all like, I swear to God, there was like 15 Nissan Rogues.
Right.
And I got off the, it's the off-site thing or whatever, and I got off the bus at the same time as a whole bunch of other business travelers or whatever.
Sure.
And so we're all like doing the scramble, like, which car do we want?
Right.
And they're all grabbing these like little SUVs and stuff.
Sure.
All the crossovers. And I was like, oh, you guys are such fucking suckers. And then I saw a red Challenger RT with the Hemi badge on the side and the whole thing. So I rented a 2017 Challenger RT. So that one has the Scat Pack. It does not have the Scat Pack.
Right.
But excuse me. It is. I hadn't driven because you got to drive the regular Hellcat.
Yes.
at the track,
Yes.
and then we both drove the Hellcat wide body
Yes.
in the mountains.
Yes.
And I think that car works.
Located in downtown.
God.
Oh God! What are you
What's
doing?
happening?
The
Stop
ideal
it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's Motor Trend. That car works when you're like driving it, when you're flogging it and acting like an idiot in it.
Right.
That is what that car is designed for. But as a car, it is not good.
Okay.
It's not good.
It's like using a handgun as a can opener.
Yeah, like it's fun.
Right.
You're gonna get some beans.
You're gonna get some beans. Title of the episode.
You're gonna get
Yeah,
some beans.
You're gonna get some beans.
But it's just it's a
but
cartoon.
more than likely there will be blood.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that was how we described the Hellcat.
Yeah, it's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
And this is also it's just a fucking cartoon. Even in this
Okay.
relatively
tamer
form. And the thing that I kept thinking about was that on like these like normal roads, because I was on some back roads and stuff.
Sure.
On these like sort of normal roads, I don't know. I felt like the Hellcat was exactly as slow as this one is.
Okay.
Let me explain what I mean by that. Like, because these are both objectively pretty fast cars.
Yeah.
But you know, the Hellcat, you had that constant feeling of like, I'm using like an eighth of this
Right.
horsepower.
Yeah. You feel like you're just you're standing in a room with a loaded gun. Yeah. Right. Yeah. There's fear.
And it's the same with this one.
Okay.
Like, you put it into a corner and it's just a guess. Sure. I think this is what I need to do here.
You figured out that it's a turn-based driving simulator.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
So where do you want to turn, Ian?
Yeah.
I don't know. Roll for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like, there's a corner approaching.
Right.
Do I need 10 degrees of steering angle or 90?
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
We'll figure that out later. Can I take this at 20 miles an hour or 70 miles an hour? No idea.
Okay.
Could be anywhere in there.
Okay. All right.
And then you get into it, and there's just nothing. You get nothing back.
All right. Okay. Right.
No information.
Right. Yeah.
And like,
It's the Alzheimer's of vehicles.
yeah, I guess it'd be like if it's almost like, you know, those like team building exercises where one person is blindfolded and then the rest of the team has to like
Molest them. I work at a weird place.
Apparently. Yeah, it's the Weinstein Company. No, where you have to like, and then you have to like give instructions on like building something or
Sure.
you know,
Right.
whatever it is.
Right.
It'd be like if all of those people just actively hated you and that was your only feedback.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's the experience of driving those
Okay.
cars.
Yeah, you're just getting passive aggressive to aggressive
Yeah.
notes. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And I did have the experience of I had to come home. I had to cut my trip short.
Right.
My wife, who is extremely pregnant. I think she is 175 weeks pregnant at this point.
I was going to say she's reached a new point of hyper pregnancy.
Yeah. Hyper pregnant. Yeah, you're right. She got diagnosed with the flu while I was gone.
Yeah.
So I had to drive 2.5 hours back to the airport and then like get on a flight and come home. So I was in a situation where like I had to cover ground quickly.
Right.
In a real world scenario.
Right.
And I just was like, this is by far the fastest car I had available to choose from.
Right.
And maybe the slowest car on this road that I could have had.
Right, because if you just had like a Mirage, you would just go flying down the road. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's just so ungainly and unhelpful. And I know that a large part of it is that it's also on shitty rental car
True,
tires.
true. Yeah.
And it had 20,000 miles on it, and
Right.
like it felt like it had 120,000
Right,
miles
right,
on it.
because multiple clones of yourself have rented it before you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone else who got off that business bus,
Uh-huh.
all the other business travelers
Uh-huh.
found their rental car and went, yes, this will be perfect.
Sure, yeah, and if I have to take the crew out to lunch, it'll be great.
Right. Everyone who got that one
Uh-huh.
said, fuck yeah, before they got in it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Each one of them saw it and heard a guitar solo in their head.
Yeah. Well, and then when I dropped it off, so the transmission is terrible. Like, it's awful at low speed. It's all jerky and didn't work properly. And then, like, the infotainment system was a joke.
Right.
But then I dropped it off,
Uh-huh.
and the guy hopped in it and immediately just did a huge burnout and it wasn't immediate because I had gotten out, got my stuff out, got on the bus, realized I left my phone,
Oh God. Okay.
got off the bus and
Ultimate
ran
panic,
back,
yeah.
and I see the guy getting into the car
Uh-huh.
because
Yeah.
there's the guy who checks you in, and then the
The
people
porter.
the
Uh-huh.
porter who ferries him back.
Yeah.
The porter gets in and just rips it. There's cars everywhere.
Right. That's his job.
Yeah.
That's the perk. What are the perks of this job? You get to
That,
floor
yeah.
an RT every now and then.
That's it.
Yeah.
And he just is ripping it all, and the other guys yelling at him. I got my phone back eventually. We had to like chase him down.
Okay.
But yeah, fuck yeah! It's like what everyone
Yeah.
says before you get in that.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Some dashboard drums were played in that car.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so all of that said,
Uh-huh.
if it's available, I will absolutely run it again.
So you texted me that you were perplexed that a car in 2016 that was made in 2016, 2017
2017, yeah.
did not have a backup camera. And I was
Oh, yeah.
no. Don't worry about it. Your rear visibility is fine.
Yeah. And it doesn't help that I don't know if anyone knows this or not, of smaller stature. I can't see fucking shit out of that car.
Right.
I can't see anything.
Right. Yeah.
It's I sent you a picture
you
of
did.
the rear visibility in that.
Right.
Everybody knows by now. It's comical.
Right.
And then it's exacerbated by the fact that this was like a kind of really basic rental model, so it had no backup camera
Right.
or sensors.
I'm trying to find it.
So I think
Yeah.
the sensor is just someone says, "Ow!"
Right. Yeah, that's it. That's your backup alert. Yeah, I have. Oh, yeah. This is on my phone. Yeah. Basically, if you were, the headrests are nubs, and they on the rear seats,
Yeah.
and they take up like 80% of your view, and they're just the little nubs. They're not like the full
Yeah, you
like
can't see
headrest that you can
can't see
adjust.
anything.
Yeah, it's tiny. I would call there's the gold standard for bad rear visibility,
Uh-huh.
and that is a 1990s Honda Prelude,
Uh-huh.
and this is Prelude caliber
Yeah.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is weapons grade, poor backup view.
Anyway, so that
Yeah.
was my latest rental car adventure.
Yeah, nice, Ian.
Terrible.
Yeah, well,
Awful.
I'm glad you survived.
I will do it again and do burnouts.
Oh, Ian. What? I have a couple my eyes.
Okay.
I texted you one. My girlfriend and I were driving around, and we saw a Seat Ibiza. Ibiza? How do you say it?
Ibiza?
Ibiza. Yeah. So nice seeing us. Obviously came up from Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, had Mexican plates, and yeah, cool seeing a Seat up here.
Absolutely.
What was the one you drove in Europe that you really liked? It was the
Leon.
Oh yeah,
The Leon.
yeah. That's the Golf,
FR.
right? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
And I think the Ibiza is the smaller one.
Right.
The
Polo.
The Polo.
Polo.
I think
yes.
it's based on the Polo.
Nice.
I think.
Nice.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. My heat's kicking on, so I'm turning it off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
wouldn't want that. It's cold as shit in here, everyone.
Ian, I live in an ice locker.
I know you do.
It's only 67 in here.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So yeah, saw a Seat. Then I was on a bike ride on Sunday and going up Morrison Road towards Grapevine, my favorite Colorado Front Range climb.
Yeah.
Grapevine Road. It's fantastic. Not one for driving because it's all mixed pavement gravel. If it was paved, it would be fantastic. But it's a marvelous road climb or cross climb. And as we were a little bit before we got to Idledale, there was a Ferrari F430 coming down Morrison
nice.
Road. And the guy was kind of puttering along through Idledale, but then as soon as he got out of Idledale, we couldn't see the car anymore.
You could hear
but we
it.
could hear the sonorous V8 like echoing off the the canyon walls. That was awesome.
That is
was
cool.
an amazing sound. Yeah. So
I was also made aware of a car recently
okay,
without seeing it.
okay, all right,
I was at a stoplight
okay,
in my R32 in town.
You couldn't see it because of the rear view mirror. It was behind you.
No, it was on the other side. But it was behind me.
Okay, all right.
But I had there was a smell.
Oh, okay.
And I panicked
because you thought it was your car.
because it was my car.
Anytime you hear a noise, smell a smell,
Yep.
yeah, see smoke.
Yep.
Yep.
So I smelled a smell and I was like, "Ooh, what is that?"
It was you. It was you.
Yeah.
Bathe.
What
Yeah,
happened? And so I started like looking around for things. And then I was like, "No, that's not a broken car smell. That's an old car smell."
Okay.
Because it smelled like castor oil, like old car smell. And sure enough, I looked over my shoulder, and like in like 2 lanes over and behind me was like a pre-war Rolls Royce.
Oh, nice.
Just
okay.
the enormous grill and the huge Spirit of Ecstasy thing, and it was awesome. It was like yellow, straight out of. It was a coupe too.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like that style.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it might have been that.
Nice.
Maybe not pre-war then. I don't know. But it was a huge Rolls Royce. No, it wasn't that. It was more pre-war than that.
Okay.
Huge Rolls Royce coupe. It was awesome.
Nice, man.
I loved it.
Nice. The last car I smelled before I saw was a Rolls Royce as well. That two-tone brown one that you see
runs
around Denver.
Yeah, the silver shadow.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
Smelling it before you see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it.
Nice. What else we got today, Sicky?
Sorry everyone.
Huh?
Still
Guess who's on Zycam?
recovering. Smart.
Smart.
What else did we have? Oh,
Ian.
guess what's back this weekend? Dave's favorite thing.
I know what it is. F1.
Yes.
I have a little to-do list, and on my to-do list is to set my lineup.
Yeah?
Yep.
I haven't done it yet. Everyone, we're doing F1 again.
Yeah.
The
Fantasy GP.
The Fantasy GP.
We'll tweet out a link to our league, right?
We will do that.
Yes.
I will.
As in
I
you
will.
will do that.
I will do that.
Okay. All right.
By the time this airs, we will have done that, and I will
Okay.
do it again on Friday to make sure everyone gets in it.
The most important thing that I want to know, because I am going to actively do it every week, every race this time. Okay, I am. All
Can
right?
we clip that and like get it on a little VLC thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Smash cut to me like I haven't looked at it for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. No. I obviously I'm not going to commit to watching any of the races because that's fucking.
Because you
awful.
made it
Yeah.
1.5 races last year.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, and fell asleep. But I will set a lineup. The thing that I am super concerned with, and this is what I need help with, okay? I need a list of all of the people that I fucking hate now because they wanted grid girls to stay or they had a problem with them going away. Because there were some shit drivers that said shit things because they wanted grid. Oh, I don't see what the problem is. I want a list of all those people because they do not deserve a place on Team Ginger Nuck Tappy Enthusiast Extraordinaire.
I don't
Woke Bros edition.
Oh my God, I don't know. I think a lot of the current drivers kind of punted on it.
I think
a lot of them avoided talking about it.
Verstappen said something. That motherfucker.
Yeah, he's an idiot, but he's also 19.
So off the team. Off the team.
Did
Ian.
he say what did he say?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I need a list, Ian. I need a list.
Are you telling me I need to
Yeah.
get a list?
Yeah, I need a list. I need a list of
I don't see
people
why
I
this
don't.
Why I have to
I'm
do this.
delegating responsibility. You just,
I am inventing and then immediately delegating responsibility.
Yes. Where are you on that thing I told you about? You remember that Kids in the Hall brain candy thing?
Which one is that?
It was the Kids in the Hall movie, like when they're all in the corporate boardroom.
Right, yeah,
And
yeah.
he's like, "Where are we on that? On that?" It was like that thing that you just told me about just now. Yeah. Oh, we're all over it, Tom.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So F1 is happening. We'll send out the fantasy GP stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun this year. We can all complain about the Halo together.
I don't care about the Halo. What's the problem with the Halo?
You don't think it's kind of ugly?
So what if it's ugly? It's protecting people's heads.
Yeah. This is what we call. Well, no, it's what I think. It's what we call an edge case.
I'm actually pro decapitation.
No. It's protecting against a very, very remote
Right.
thing that's happened once,
Right.
and there's not even any guarantee that the Halo would have prevented it.
True. Right.
So
Yeah.
it's a puzzling thing. Like some of the other ones make sense, like like the shoulder guards and stuff to keep people in the car. Like
Right.
That makes
Yeah.
those all make sense. Roll hoops,
Yeah.
I get all those.
Yeah.
But the Halo is a little more dubious.
Yeah. I don't care. Yeah. Throw a Halo.
And right now they just seem like they're just spots for advertising.
Right. I did like that somebody put a flip flop.
The flip flop thing is
Supposed to-
hilarious.
That well played. Well played.
Very funny.
Right?
I
Yeah.
think that's on the McLaren car.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll
So
be
at least
the
it'll
one thing
be-
that works.
Entertaining.
Yeah. Did I make a good F1 joke?
You did make a good. You did.
Thanks,
You-
buddy.
Earn that Hot Wheels car.
Thanks, man.
I'm gonna go over there and ruffle your hair.
Don't
Good
touch
job.
me. You're fucking sick.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right. So
F1 is starting.
F1 is starting.
I-
Dave is making more promises that he's definitely not going to keep.
Honestly, I want to make a list. I'm going to find out if the drivers that I pick have said shitty things, and if they have, I don't want them on my team.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah. Why? Because they're all shitbags. Yeah.
They're like all young. They're all in like horrendously overpaid athletes in their 20s. Of course they say idiotic things.
That's true, but still, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I was insufferable.
And they're Europeans.
I was insufferable in my 20s, barely tolerable in my 30s. Let's see where 40 takes us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to do an FMK cars before we get into our heavier topic?
I would love to do an FMK cars. Ian, hang on. Let me wake up my laptop from sleepy times. Ian, oh God, it's not working. Ian, technical.
Control Alt Delete.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Pour
Ian,
water on it.
Ian.
Yeah.
This one is called the fashion equivalent of a Dodge Challenger rear view.
Okay.
Okay. Ian,
Yes.
in this one,
I don't
I'm
know
going
what
to-
any of that meant.
I'm going to give you a car.
Okay.
All right. And a fashion element.
Oh.
Okay. You have to adhere to this fashion element. All right.
Okay.
You're going to see where I'm going. First up, Mini Cooper.
Okay. Mini skirt.
Nope.
Okay.
Coupe.
Backward baseball cap.
You always have to wear a backwards baseball cap. Okay?
Okay.
I know you're not a baseball cap or a hat guy in general. I mean, why would you want
not.
to hide that under a bushel? When the Lord Jesus, baby Santa, gives you a Van Gogh, you just don't put it in your closet. You hang that up for all to see, Ian.
Honestly, the reason I don't wear hats is because this part of my head is incredibly narrow compared to the like squirrel with a cache of full-size apples down here.
Okay. All right.
And it just accentuates that when I have a hat on.
Well,
I look ridiculous.
Legitimately, you have an amazing head of hair.
Thank you.
There's
Okay.
no reason why you would
That's-
ever want to cover that up.
Okay.
Anyway, in this, at least you'll have the hair coming out of the snapback
Okay.
part in the front, unless you want to wear a fitted hat. Okay.
Right.
All right. So Mini Cooper, coupe. Always have to wear a backwards baseball cap. All right. Ian,
Yes.
second one, Alpha 164,
Okay.
but it's gonna have a little something extra.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Alpha 164. You're going to have to. Well, actually, I get to affix stick on front quarter panel vents, the fake vents. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And in this one, also, I get to bedazzle a set of jeans for you.
Why are you being so mean?
That's not mean. How do you know I'm not going to bedazzle something nice on there?
First of all, bedazzles have no place on jeans ever.
I don't even know if I want to be friends with you anymore.
You own bedazzled jeans?
No, I don't.
I didn't think so.
Go on. Yeah, and oh, here we go. This is what I'll do. I'll do the circles and the rectangles and the one on a door because that's good.
Right.
Yeah. What is that vetting? Farts?
My favorite one that I ever saw was a Mustang that had the Buick, the three ones in the front,
Yeah.
but then also in the back,
Nice.
Like it's
for
a-
that rear engine?
it's a dual engine
That
Mustang.
second rear engine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right. So you get bedazzled jeans in this one.
Okay.
All right.
Bedazzled
But
jeans.
you get an Alpha 164. Can you imagine how pissed off the Alfetti would be at you?
right with the Pet Boys.
Anybody that calls themselves the fucking Alfetti
Yeah.
is going to have a bone to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be fun to just show up to meets and insist that they were factory.
Right? Yeah, no, you're all in. You're right. Right? And then just watch veins in their forehead pop. Can you imagine if you pulled up in like a pristine GTV with fake vents stuck on it? How much they would shit themselves? Yeah. Okay. Lastly, I'm going to give you your R32 and your Saab Turbo X. Okay?
Oh God.
But in this, you have to wear a leather vest. You're a leather vest guy. Your cars, every single one of your cars, for the rest of the time, you get to buy whatever you're going to buy for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Every single one of your cars has to have a car bra.
Okay.
Car
But like a
Like-
opaque one.
No, yeah, like the car Le Bra, like the brand Le Bra. Remember
okay.
those?
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find some. Yeah, these.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The ones that like eventually they start flapping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's one on a PT Cruiser. Whew. Okay.
Well, you got to protect that.
Yeah.
You got to protect your investment.
Protect your neck. Yep. Yeah. Here you go. Toyota Camry. LeBron.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. What are you going to do, Ian? You going to wear a leather vest? You going to wear a backwards baseball cap? You going to wear some bedazzled jeans? What are you doing, buddy?
Oh my
Huh?
God,
Huh?
this is terrible.
Huh? Ian, what are you doing?
Can I cheat and have the leather vest under my normal shirt?
No.
Can I be like a never nude but with leather vests?
Ian, the LeBron is not underneath the hood.
But it will be under several feet of grime because they're my cars.
That's right. You just build up a layer of dirt so much that it just looks like body contour.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like that. That's good, Ian.
Yeah.
That's good.
But
no.
All right. So leather vest. Do I get to pick the leather vest?
Yeah.
That doesn't help.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a black leather vest.
Oh, it has to be a black leather vest.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
know.
With elbow patches somehow.
What?
No, I just.
Man,
Yeah, Ian.
I hate all of those accessories.
But yeah, so severity. I mean, where would you fall on a backwards baseball cap and a Mini Cooper coupe, which should be, I'll give you the Cooper S version,
Right.
which should be at least fun on a track, right?
Yeah.
But you're a backwards baseball cap guy. And I'll give you a special one with a tiny brim that you can only wear when you're wearing your racing helmet. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. It'll be a fireproof.
All right, fine. I'll marry the Mini Cooper.
Fireproof.
I'm marrying the Mini Cooper.
Backwards baseball cap.
I'm marrying the Mini Cooper. I'm crushing
The Alpha.
the LeBron
LeBron.
and the leather vest. Because here's the thing with again, someone of my size
Right.
and body shape wearing a leather vest is that I look like I am I would look like I was either dressing up like a cowboy
Okay. All right.
or on my way to some sort of like Hobbit convention. And it just wouldn't work. I just couldn't do it.
Right.
So I will live for a day with some bedazzled jeans and just go troll the Alfetti
Yeah.
with my Pep Boys stick-on vents.
Nice.
What would you do?
I think I would.
Because you could handle the baseball cap, right? Because you wear hats.
I wear hats, but not backwards, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do backwards baseball cap. I would probably do that for a day, and then I would probably marry the Alpha with the stick-on vents. Yeah.
I would bedazzle the shit out of your jeans.
Yeah.
I'd write messages.
Yeah, what would Bedazzled Jeans by Ian be like?
Oh, man.
Yeah, just like Friedrich Nietzsche quotes, but bedazzled. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Just like Werner Herzog's screenplay dialogue
Yeah, exactly.
in Bedazzled. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Font? Yeah. Nailed it.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
just penises.
Yeah. I like that. Make him, yeah. Bedazzle him, Ian.
Bedazzled.
Ian? Okay.
Anyway,
what
all
else? Thank you for offering the opportunity to have some enlightenment, some fun
Yeah,
times.
and I like how you took that opportunity
to crush you.
to crush me. I appreciate that.
Not a problem. Ian,
On brand.
let's talk about our heavy topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about a couple of things.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap it all up a little bit.
Yeah, try to coalesce some stuff.
So, the big news this week is that a pedestrian was hit and killed in Tempe, Arizona, by a driverless Uber
car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a Volvo SUV of some sort.
Yeah.
And there was a human driver, and now there's all sorts of like. Of course, everyone was out there with their immediate hot takes about like what this means for everything, for autonomous cars and everything else. And the fact is, at this point, at least, so this is Tuesday. It happened yesterday,
Sunday.
Yep. Is that really this doesn't mean anything for the autonomous car as a concept yet? It means that they're not ready.
Right.
And it means that we now know that there's many more variables than, it's confirmation of the things that a lot of the skeptics were saying, but it's not new information.
It's not, but I think it's important because I think the general assumption with autonomous cars from a super high level view is that by getting in one, you're assuming the risks associated with being in an autonomous car.
Yeah.
This is the first time an individual that had nothing to do with an autonomous car did not, quote unquote, opt into the risk of an autonomous car.
Well, it was also pedestrian. Wasn't driving another car.
Right. Exactly. But the fact that an external person to that ecosystem was impacted by the autonomous car, right?
Right.
And so understanding that risk is not compartmentalized to the vehicle itself or to the corporation, but to everyone in the same physical space as an autonomous vehicle.
Right. And that's before we get to blame.
Right. No, that's not blame. This is just kind of scoping.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's why I think this one is important, because it made me think about the risk associated with it in a different way.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that was always kind of there, but but this really kind of brought it to the surface.
Right. And it kind of, and it's probably because I've been thinking about this angle of it for a few weeks now, but the other piece that really is getting a lot of attention is that this woman was likely homeless.
Right.
And so there's all of these other now things that are kind of being attached to this discussion about class and about cities and about all this other stuff. And it was weird because a couple of days ago I had an interaction on Twitter with Alex Roy's new thing, the Human Driving Association, which we're gonna circle around to that in just a second. Excuse me. But basically, it was talking about. Let me see if I can find my tweet. Are you looking for? Oh no, you're looking for that.
Yeah.
Distract the people for half a second.
Yeah, sure. So the Human Driving Association, here's their Twitter page. This is Alex Roy's, I guess, vector that he's piloting now. It's a pretty militant approach to human driving. Personally, I know the tweet that you're talking about, so I don't want to jump to the parallel before you make it. But yeah, so it's yeah. Keep looking for that tweet, buddy.
I found it. So it was I quoted a tweet about it because I follow a lot of both with the TeamClearCoat account and my personal account. A lot of people who are like in city planning or that sort of angle.
Yeah,
of
and
it.
you have a friend of yours that's a city planner.
Yeah, he used to be a city planner. But like people who are like pro development and kind of rethinking cities and development. And I am in the camp of I could see and be in favor of a future where human driving would be banned in city centers, or non-electric vehicles would be banned in city centers.
Sure.
Or just cars altogether, personal transportation inside of a city center being banned, I think would be a good outcome eventually for an urban core.
Right.
That is, but obviously I am on board with most of what is going on with the Human Driving Association and Alex Roy's manifesto, as he puts it. But what I think the missing piece is here, and I think the accident in Arizona kind of ties into this, is that we're not replacing the discussion that we're having about autonomous cars is a discussion today about replacing an act that we're doing with technology, but really what we're talking about doing is replacing an entire system that we have with a brand new one.
Right.
With tearing down not just the act of getting in your car and driving and physically moving levers and things to make things happen, to make a mechanical thing happen. It's also the way that we interact with the other things in the city. It's also the way that we've constructed the cities physically to deal with the fact that humans drive cars.
Right.
And when you change that fact, it's such a central piece of our lives that all of these other things must also be a part of that discussion. So what I had tweeted to the Human Driving Association was that I'd like to see them add something to their manifesto about being pro-development or talking about housing policy.
Right.
And housing policy is a really fraught kind of linchpin to a lot of other issues that we have in the United States around race and class and everything else. And I think that it also ties into the fact that the woman who was wandering around in the middle of the street in the night was homeless.
Right.
And housing policy in the U.S. is partly driven by the fact of the human-driven car, just like the way that cities are physically laid out are driven by that fact. And I that's the piece that I think has been missing from our discussion, because we're talking about it as like a technological solution, but really it's like we're gonna tear down and rebuild society.
Right. Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, it's certainly not. Yeah, it's certainly not a human driving siloed issue, right? Yeah,
Right.
or an autonomous issue. You're exactly right in that. Yeah, so the thing that I haven't read the manifesto yet, but I did see your tweet where people are kind of having that reaction, when they pry the steering wheel out of my cold dead hands kind of
Right.
take on it, right?
Right.
And I like how you replied in that you were saying that, like, while we understand what somebody's saying, that in of itself doesn't really move the discussion forward, right? Because they're looking at it kind of from too narrow of an angle, and driving enthusiasts primarily need to be seen as partners
Yeah.
in all of this. Otherwise, all of our arguments are going to be invalidated because we're just going to be the crazy kooks yelling at clouds about we want to drive cars.
Right.
Right.
And part of it too is that I think we're in agreement. I don't think there's going to be, at least in the near future or even in the far future, I don't think there's going to be like a confiscation effort. No one's going to come and take your race car away.
Right.
That's just not going to happen. But we could miss out on being involved in important discussions by taking our cues from the wrong people. And
Right.
and Alex has said on multiple occasions that he thinks we need an NRA for human driving, and I think I know what he means by that.
Right.
I don't agree with it. I think that what he really means, or a better mapping,
Right.
or a closer mapping at least, would be hunters.
Right.
Right, because they are very involved in conservation efforts.
Yeah.
And they're more seen as partners, and it's not always harmonious. They do
Right.
interact poorly with environmentalists sometimes, but they're at least paying lip service to the idea that, oh, we're going to help this.
Exactly, right? There's part of a larger system that they're taking place in, instead of just kind of islanding themselves in that they are amenable to the quantity of deer tags every year.
Right.
Like and all of this stuff, like opting into lotteries, if you didn't get your license in time, and like all of these kinds of things, or simply having to have a license to begin with, right?
Right.
All of these kinds of they're not really checks and balances. It's more just a partnership, a true give and take and compromise. Right? Like that's exactly what it is, right? But with something like the NRA, or the more kind of vector that the Human Driving Association is taking, it does seem that it is more combative than collaborative.
Right. And that rhetoric does matter, because people check out when people in the NRA or gun right people say that it matters. It 100% matters to them if they can take their gun to whatever place they can't go
Right.
normally, when really they want it in their life to go to the range or whatever.
Right.
That's what really matters to them.
Right.
So instead of articulating that, they say, well, everything matters. Right. And then they're seen as not serious.
Right. It's
And I think
not
we
a
risk-
collaboration.
And I think we risk the same thing. And I think that pro autonomy people can probably learn that same sort of lesson, because a lot of the language around that stuff, around pro autonomous cars, especially these like early tests and a lot of the optimistic timelines of like, we're going to be doing this in 5 years sorts of shit,
Yeah.
have been equally as hyperbolic.
Right.
That human drivers are a menace, and we're
You're exactly
mowing
right.
people down when
Right.
Obviously there's going to be some of this too.
Right.
So yeah, everybody calm the fuck down.
Well, no, I obviously, yes, calm the fuck down does hold true, but it's like this problem is way more serious and way more complex. Not even problem. This cultural movement, or this shift in society, is way more important than just saying, we're going to completely eliminate human fatalities in vehicles by 2019, and also, when you pry the steering wheel out of my cold dead hands, right?
Right.
It's so much more evolved and so much larger. Like you are real. Like when you're saying things like that, you're like throwing a pebble at a goddamn aircraft carrier when it comes to like how you're trying to handle this problem, right?
Right.
And I don't want automotive enthusiasts being seen as eventually being on the wrong side of history because of how things pan out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree, and and I just think that every time a new problem comes up,
Right.
it unleashes like 100 more questions.
Right. Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And the circumstances surrounding this particular incident, I think, is no exception. Like it brings up questions again around class and around just education of pedestrians,
Right.
and programming and all these other, and assigning fault, and
Yep.
how the NTSB is going to
Yeah.
investigate and find fault. There's so many elements to this.
Right.
It just becomes so much more complex.
Right. Yeah.
So there's
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I think that what falls out of this case in Arizona is going to be really important for how things. Let me take that back. I want the best results to come out of a tragic situation.
Right.
Right. It was obviously an awful thing what happened. It's unfortunate that somebody lost their life in this period and in this set of circumstances, right? So the only way that we can do events like this justice is if we work towards the best possible results, right?
Right.
Instead of the most knee-jerk or reactionary or hot takey results, right? Like let's have some respect for the people that have lost their lives with autonomous cars and will lose their lives when it comes to autonomous cars, because it's not the last.
No.
Like this is like, I don't want to diminish the topic at all, but it's like when we're setting up like IT infrastructure, right? We are never going to completely eliminate issues,
right?
Ever. But you have to find a balance between the quantity of money you want to spend and the effort that will be made to minimize the chance of something happening, right? So redundancy built in where it's feasible, things like that, right?
Right.
So we need to work towards minimizing and have realistic goals when it comes to this.
Well, I think maybe don't say money, because that kind of that might have a negative connotation in this scenario. But
I was talking about for IT, not for autonomous cars.
Right. Okay.
Right.
But what you mean is basically
with the set of resources that you have,
evaluating risk.
You're exactly right. Yeah. That's the parallel.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Yeah. No, money. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, especially when we're talking about like the sensitivity due to class, right, and things like that. No, that's not at all.
Don't start putting the halo on all the cars.
True. Right. Yeah. Minimize risk.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's a very good point. Yes. Well said.
Yeah.
I want to wrap up this discussion with one more statement about the Human Driving Association. So,
I need to read the manifesto.
Okay.
Have you read the manifesto?
I have.
Okay.
I think that Alex is absolutely on the right track. We do need some sort of advocacy group that advocates for drivers, because right now that doesn't exist, right? We have a lot of advocacy on behalf of manufacturers, which is kind of why we're in the situation we're in with autonomy and the way that they're testing and all of that. And there's, advocacy on the part of dealers, car dealers, and advocacy on the part of environmentalists, and advocacy on the part of city planners. Not anything for drivers.
Right.
So that said, I think that as it exists today, it's maybe a little hyperbolic. It's a little doomsday-ish.
Right.
And like you said, from my cold dead hands and all of that.
Right.
And we could stand to tone it down a little bit. But to lighten it up, it does bring me to an FMK Cars.
Okay. All right.
This one is entitled.
Oh boy, this is the title you were working on.
This
for
is
so
the title that I was working on. It's
Okay.
it's more of a short story than a title, to be honest.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
This title.
If I need
this
to
is
run
called-
and pee, would I have time?
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
This one is called Encino Dave.
Okay.
It is 10 years in the future.
Uh-huh.
President sentient Scientologist E-Meter has consolidated power and outlawed all human driving. The last band of rebels has gathered in a remote compound to finish arguing with that one douche on the forum who keeps insisting his Camaro is faster than a Porsche around the Nordschleife, even though we all know that's total bullshit. But also to plot our comeback. While Dave is out among the normal people trying to trade Saab clutch cables for coffee beans, we hatch a plan to bring driving back to the human race. We settled on an Encino Man situation, and you, Dave,
Uh-huh.
will be frozen with
Okay.
3 cars.
Okay. All right.
When you awake in 50 years,
Uh-huh.
your instructions are to demonstrate what car culture and driving means by FMKing these 3 cars in front of what I can only assume is a confused yet slightly aroused populace.
I'm Brendan Fraser. You're Pauly Shore in this.
End of title.
That's really good.
Do you need me to read it again?
No.
Are you
that is
sure?
Anytime I need it, I'll just listen to it back on the tape. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fantastic.
Thank you.
That's going to be my new ringtone.
Yeah. Let it finish.
Just
In a
holding it up.
meeting.
Right. Like Art, yeah. For a while, mine was Archer's ringtone. Remember that? It was Mulatto Butts. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay. Yeah. No, that is the best title you've ever come up with.
Thank you.
133 episodes in, you've hit gold.
Done.
Struck oil.
All right.
Keep digging.
All right. So
All right.
again, so you're gonna
Yeah, I'm gonna get 3 cars and I'm gonna FMK them in front of future society.
and they have never known
Right.
a world where humans drive cars,
Right.
and so you have to show them what driving is. You're going
Right.
to shape the new car culture.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
The first one, Infiniti M45 Drift Sedan.
Okay. I'm familiar with this, obviously.
So obviously you're going to be something of an evangelical yeah, it's by Chris Fosberg.
Yeah.
Forsberg. You're going to be a what do you call it when you go out? You're
Evangelist.
you're going to be an evangelist. Yes,
Yeah.
you're going to be an evangelist, and so you could take
Right.
passengers and drift.
Yeah. Yeah.
and show
Okay.
them this is what driving is all about.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Alternatively,
Okay.
you will also have with you a Citroen DS.
Okay. All right.
It's kind of a future that could have been,
Yeah, you're exactly right. Okay.
right?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Very innovative.
I get it. Yeah. Yeah.
I would go with the later one with the other headlights.
This guy right here. Okay.
Yeah. I
okay.
like those headlights because
Okay.
those are the ones that moved,
Yep. Okay.
and it looks like a fucking spaceship.
Okay.
Or
Or
Morgan 3-wheeler.
Morgan 3-wheeler. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
You're
Okay.
evangelizing
Yeah.
driving to
No,
a
no, no.
native population.
Yeah. Yeah. I get this. I'm into this. So I have all right, I've got it, Ian. All right. So what I would do is I would F the Infiniti Drift sedan.
Okay.
Okay? I would take a few people for a ride.
Okay.
Okay? All right? I'll just rotate people all day until that thing was just out of tires.
Nice.
Okay? You'll see where I'm going.
All right.
I would marry the Citroen DS.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And then I would kill the Morgan 3-wheeler, which
Uh-huh.
hurts. But the most important thing out of all of this is not the FMK cars itself.
Uh-huh.
It's emphasizing that I had the choice
Oh.
and imparting that
I see where
cars
you're going. Yep.
cars are what you want them to be,
Uh-huh.
right? And that one of the best things about the automotive culture is how varied and wide it is, and each individual has their own choice, and you never have to settle for just one thing.
Right. Right.
That would be my motivational speech at the end of the movie, like Act 3, just bringing it home.
Huh.
You know,
All right.
right?
It's not where I thought you were going to go with that,
Right.
but I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
because expressing the importance of being able to have that decision is what would, I think, truly impart wisdom on the people,
Right.
right?
I like it. I like
Thanks,
it.
man. Thanks.
Yeah. My reason for picking the three-wheeler
Yeah, let me hear
was that it's essentially a single-seat vehicle.
Right.
Like,
right.
really, you can get two people in it, but
Sure.
it's not really comfortable. And that that car culture has this unique, weird thing of it being a decidedly solo experience,
Right.
but we also have a shared experience of
Right.
it,
Right.
especially like motorsport, that
No.
sort of thing.
Yeah, I like that.
So that choosing between taking people with you to
Right.
drive enthusiastically or not,
Right.
and then the middle, and then the citron of not driving enthusiastically whatsoever.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. But but I think that which I completely understand what you're going for. Yeah. No, I like that. I like that. In fact, I mean, if sent into the future, it almost wouldn't matter what cars you sent me with.
I mean,
You know, to
but
an extent, they can't all be Nissan Rogues because then everyone in the future would kill themselves and the planet would just burn up.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, right? It'd be like, wow, you guys from the past, you sucked. You sucked. Yeah. No, I dig that, man. That's a good one.
Thank
That's
you.
a really good one.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
I was happy with that one.
Yeah. Ian, I have one final FMK cars for you.
Okay,
There's no twist or anything like that.
great.
I have a title. I think you're going to dig this title.
Okay.
Acute automobiles, barbed buggies, cuspidated carriages, pointy cars. Ian, these are all pointy cars.
Okay.
All right? These are just cars that are pointy. I saw one of these cars and wanted to ride an FMK cars around it.
I like it.
Ian,
Yes.
first up, pointy car, 1962 Thunderbird. That is a decidedly pointy car.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. Second up.
So are these all like underbite cars? They all have overbites?
No, they're just pointy.
Okay.
Yeah, just pointy.
Okay.
You know, she's got points.
Yeah.
1971,
Uh-huh.
Ital design. K-Mano? I don't know how to say it.
Oh wow.
Pointy car. This was built on an Alpha chassis.
Okay.
The wheelbase was shortened, and it is an Ital design car.
Awesome.
Okay?
That's cool.
Pointy.
Do you know what the chassis is?
It's I can't remember. It starts with a C.
Okay.
Yeah. Lastly, 1970. I know you've seen this one before. Ferrari Modulo.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Pointy car.
Yeah. All right.
Ian, what do you think you do? Pointy cars.
I think I crushed the Ferrari Modulo.
Okay, because it looks completely insane.
It looks completely insane.
Uh-huh.
I can't imagine that it's good to drive.
Right.
I drive the Alpha for a day.
Okay. Can you imagine me cooking in the sun underneath that glass
Right.
dome?
That's my thought.
Yeah.
That it wouldn't probably actually be very good to drive.
Right. Can you imagine the 1970s HVAC system
Right.
like struggling
Just-
to keep that cold? Yeah. Yeah, if it was working at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I do like that body style
Dude,
Thunderbird.
the
I
Thunderbird
really
is-
do.
Gorgeous, right?
Yeah, and that's really the only body style Thunderbird that I like ever.
I like the 90s SC quite a bit. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
It
dude,
has
it's a big-
aged. It has aged well.
Right. We were talking about that on another show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no. I mean, that is one of the pinnacles of human design right there.
Yeah, it's great.
For sure.
Is that what you saw? I
Yeah.
mean, obviously,
Yeah.
that's what you saw.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
idiot.
if I saw a medulla,
You just would have exploded on the spot.
I wouldn't have texted you. You just in a distance would have heard, well, I'm like 23 miles away.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah. Just randomly all your hair stands up straight on end.
Yeah.
Like, Dave saw it. Dave saw it. We've been preparing for this moment our whole lives.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we do car show?
I think we did car show, Ian. I think we did. I don't have anything else I'm going to talk about, Spidey.
I've got nothing.
Me neither.
I think we done did it.
We did done car show, Ian.
I got you a gift.
You got me a gift. Thank you for the Hot Wheels. That's so awesome that it has a bike rack on it. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, the Tour de Fast. Yeah, Ian, if somebody likes us and wants to find out more about our show, what should they do?
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that could happen. That's a
It could.
plausible
It could.
situation.
Yep, it is a non-zero sum.
Non-zero possibility.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep.
They could go to teamclearcoat.com.
They certainly
They can
could.
get to all of our sundry other things
Yep.
from there. They could rate and review us on iTunes.
They should do that. Yeah, please.
Or
Send us an email with your FMK cars.
that's the one.
Yeah,
Teamclearcoat@gmail.
Yep. Slide into our Twitter DMs.
Slide into our DM. Our DMs are open.
Yep.
Not accepting dick pics at this
No.
time.
at this time, you get to tack a rider onto that one. Yeah.
You know, you never say never. You never say never. You never know.
Don't enable Ike and his like 2 a.m. tweets.
Yeah.
Ian.
Yeah. All the other places that people gather on the internet were there,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah. It is, Ian.
Goodbye. I guess. I don't know. I'm not very good at these closings.
We've never gotten good at wrapping this up, have we?
No, we really haven't.
Well,
I mean, to be fair, we haven't gotten good at the beginning or middle either. So,
But you know what? We love you.
we love you. Bye.
Bye.